everyone, and happy Grateful Wednesday. Here you have your serving Dr. Tovar on another episode of the Nicole Show. And today I have a wonderful, wonderful doctor with me. She is a friend, she's genuine, she's fun. I've been dancing with her. She is amazing, and I can't wait to share this time with you. If you know her, please say hello, post where you're watching us from, post questions. This is the Naked Show. So whatever you want to ask her, you can ask through me because I will ask it. There is no limits to what we're going to speak about, but definitely we're going to mastermind a little bit and give you some tips on how to collaborate, be the best you. But without further speaking of myself, let's introduce our guest today and let her tell us a little bit about her. So welcome to the show, Dr. Nicole. It's a pleasure to have you here. Can you tell the audience a little bit about you, your practice, something personal, something naked, whatever you want to share?
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's so good to connect. The first time I met you was at Cairo Sushi in Vegas. Mm-hmm. And I think it took us a whole 2 minutes before we decided that we wanted to have a relationship, right?
Yeah.
It was instant. I knew, I was like, this is somebody that I want to know because she's real. And that's me. That's how I am. I'm going to go right to the personal thing right away because I'm the type of person that I like to go deep. I like to go deep fast. And if you can't, sometimes it does put a strain on the relationship right away because people don't know how to take that. Mm-hmm. And I respect people that can do it right away because the way I look at it, we only have so much time on this planet that if we don't connect sincerely, authentically, and deeply, then we may not connect at all. And it'll be gone. That moment will be gone, that chance, that opportunity. So I felt that with you the minute I met you. And it seems that we have just stayed connected since. So I am a chiropractor in Asheville, North Carolina. I've been practicing for 18 years now. I went to Life University and I'm originally from New Jersey. So Jersey girl, ended up in the South. And I'm married to a man from Georgia. Woo-hoo! We have a Southern drawl, and we have a 14-year-old little girl, and life is good. Life is really good. I'm very, very blessed and very happy.
Wow, I love that. I love it. And yes, and the fact that you were able to marry somebody from the South and understand them. Yeah, I'm telling you, that is a hard accent. I remember being there, 19 years old, sitting on that, I think it was the orientation for us to start in Life University. And Dr. Sid just stood up and said a couple words. And I said, I'm in trouble. Because I'm not going to understand a single word of anybody saying here. But that is beautiful. Thank you for that introduction. And I know we were speaking a little bit, catching up before. And I know life is really, really good. And you're just savoring the moment. And that is so beautiful because sometimes we women entrepreneurs, we do not take the time to savor the moment. We are always like in this race, like if we're going to win something, right? And we go from one goal to another, to another, to another. We just don't sit in and take it in. And I love that you said that. I love what you said about our connection because it's mutual, girl. You are just a fireball and full of life and energy. And I just love that about you the moment I met you. So it's very mutual what you said. But what would you say to our viewers that are hearing us? What are some systems or something that you use in order to be able to say what you just told me right before we came on live, that you're savoring this moment and you're sitting in with this awesomeness that you're experiencing in your life right now?
I think one of the main things you were just saying as an entrepreneur, especially a woman, woman entrepreneur, it's so much different than a man in that we take on so many other roles. And I don't say that as, a whiny woman, this is, oh, woe is me, I have to do this. It's just the way it is. There's only certain things that our kids want us to do. We're gifted with the ability to multitask. But what I will say is, in order to get to that place where you can reduce your stress and handle it all and not feel like you're burnt out and you're breaking down, is to get help, is to delegate, is to hire people. And not be afraid to do that, because sometimes we're at that place where we think we can't afford it. Like, let's not even talk about our office. Let's talk about our home. And we spend all day Saturday cleaning our house, but that takes us time away from our family and resting and doing all the fun things that we need to do to nourish our body. But we think about the money and we think, well, I don't want to spend $150 on a housekeeper weekly or bi-weekly. I can just do it. And we think we can't afford it. But when you really look at what you're missing out and what your time is worth, how valuable that is, you can't afford not to. So I can help. I would, for anybody, whether you're a man or woman and you're feeling burnt out, which happens a lot in our profession, or just as an entrepreneur, looking at what you can delegate, what you can hire help for, whether it be in your office, for your home, assistants, housekeepers, people to cook your meals, get help.
I love that. I love that. I'm a master delegator. Probably my kids will say that, and whomever has dated me too, because I'm like, why did you do this? And then I have all this free time to just create and be me, which I obviously Unique. It is about working on those relationships, and the relationship to your source and to yourself comes first. And if you don't make the time to enrich that relationship, nobody else will. And what is your time worth? I always ask my clients, what is your time worth? What would an hour of your time be worth, like in your job? How much do you get paid an hour or whatever? How much can you make in 1 hour? And then if you figure that much out, and then you say, well, it's going to take me 6 hours to clean the house, 2 hours to blow dry my hair. I'm talking about things I delegate because I delegate almost everything. But that is not worth that. So it will be like $1,000 for me to clean my house.
Yeah. And not only that, what are you really good at? What maximizes your potential? What earns you more money, and what earns you more happiness? And do more of that. Find ways that you can create that as your sole responsibility, so that you're filling your heart, you're filling your soul, you're making yourself happy. And I feel that that's where I'm finally at after 18 years in practice. I finally figured out how to do that, how to create that. And I was sharing with you, I'm just at a place where I'm just really happy. I'm really happy with what I've created and where I'm at with it all. And it's okay to feel that. You know what I mean? That's the other thing. It's okay. You don't have to push harder. You don't have to go anymore. You know what I mean? You can just relish in this
and sit in it. Yes.
Happy for a moment.
Yes. I love that. And one thing I think is that it happens to us women. We care too much about, hi, if you're there, hello, tell us where you're from. And yes, she does rock. Sharon says you rock. And but I definitely sit in the moment. But when we worry too much, especially women, about what other people are going to think if I delegate the cooking or the cleaning or my hair or the doing the homework with the kids. I don't know, whatever it is that you delegate. Who cares? This is your life, and there's no one you are going to compare yourself to. Everybody has their happy. To some people and some women, I know their happy place is cleaning their house.
Yes.
It's a happy place. And who am I to judge them? Everybody has their own definition of what they're happy, what their fulfilled feels like. And as long as we're doing things towards that every day, then we can stay in that moment a little longer. Life is always going to throw you up and down, and the universe always kind of balances itself out. But I think knowing what will take to get there, and then doing the things to keep you there as long as you can, while feeding yourself, putting yourself first, then the rest, I think it's a win-win. So what are some things that you do in order to stay besides delegating?
Things I do besides delegate to stay happy? Is that what you're asking? Yeah.
Yes.
So, there's so many things. Well, I started about 8 months doing CrossFit, and that's a big part of feeling good and maintaining the mental part of being healthy is exercise. You know, I have to do it. I have to carve time 3 to 4 times a week minimum of working on my body, because that makes me feel good. I like what I see when I look in the mirror. It makes me happy. I like how the endorphins make my brain work better and, you know, lift my spirits throughout the day. So I'm going to make time for it. So and I know that's kind of, you know, exercise, it makes you happy. No, honestly,
No.
it's a necessity. It's something that I have to do. That's part of it. Girls trips, you know, having time out with girlfriends and making a trip happen, and having this conversation with my husband and saying, look, honey, I need this time away. We're going to go to Aruba for a week, 10 of us girls, and I need you to help me with our daughter. I need you to take care of the household for me, and I'm going to go. And having that support, you know, and making that happen, that's huge. That fills my cup up more than anything, to be honest with you, is being able to really, you want to talk about getting naked.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in all ways. Yes, we're going to skinny dip in the middle of the night, but no, we're going to have real talk that you can only have with your girls, right?
I love it. Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have these crying jags, laughing jags. We're going to talk about stuff that only your girls and you talk about. And, you know, again, if you're a guy listening, it's dude time, you know, but it's making time for you, because you tend to lose all of you when you get married, when you have kids, when you're this professional in your office. But who are you? Right?
Yeah.
Who are you? And so we were just talking about this, how you and I are going on a mission trip.
Yes, join us.
And we're speakers at this event, and we're so excited. It's in Jamaica at the end of the year over New Year's. So you were saying that you were going by yourself, and you're like, I'm, you know, kind of excited about this. You know, I'm ready to, you know, to party and have fun. And that's how I am. I mean, I need my time for me to be me, so that whatever it is, so that me and you can go out dancing, and I can go and just not worry about, not even care what my husband thinks about what I look like on the dance floor, because I don't care, because it's me, it's who I am. I'm not doing it to impress anybody, to pick anybody up. So I'm doing it because it makes me happy and it makes me feel good. And whatever that is, maybe it's you want to go out and golf and you suck at it, but you want to go out because that's what you want to do. Freaking do it, you know? So yeah, that's are the girls.
Hey, I love it. I think I have 1 or 2 a year. That's how important my girls' trips and my girl times is. It's vital for my, and at least for me, the longest relationships I ever had.
Yeah, boys will come and go. Girls.
Yeah, for me, those girls, I mean, honestly, I have a group of friends that have been for 20, 30, 35 years. And this is like a lifetime. So I love that you're doing that. Oh my God, have so much fun in Aruba. I mean, if I can pop in for a day and just bother you girls and just come out, I could make that a trip. Okay, but yes, thank you for getting naked with us. And yes, sign up for the Chiropractors of the Caribbean trip, right? End of the year, New Year's in Jamaica, man.
Oh, yeah.
Slow down your energy and soak it all up. Jamaica is a great place to do that. So I invite you to do that. But now let's talk a little bit about some of your passions, because I know you're very passionate about what you teach and what you do in your professional life. And I would love to hear a little bit more about it and to know how it is that you have mastered the art of collaboration and education that crosses the barriers that we sometimes put in our minds. So,
yes, as chiropractors, we have built walls around our profession. You know, some of that was done by our forefathers and foremothers in our profession. They had to do it to protect our profession, right? To keep us separate and distinct. And we've been very proud of that. And we are where we are. We're on the map, our health care, because of that. But what's happened is because of these walls, we do not have really good communication and collaboration with the very people that can feed our practices and that can really help us as a profession get to the next level. And they are healthcare providers, medical doctors, whether it's family practitioners, gynecologists, you know, podiatrists, internists, neurologists, all of them. So what I have done over the past 15 years, found ways to bust down those walls, break through them so that I can connect, I can show up face to face, I can shake their hand, I can get knee to knee, eye to eye, I can get naked with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can.
Depending how cute they are. I'm kidding.
Oh, wait, that was my fault. No, honestly, so that we can communicate with them effectively and let them know what we do as chiropractors, how we can offer support to them and their patients, so that they know that we're here, so that they know we're an option and that we're on the map. So I've done this over the years, and I've been able to make this a very strong marketing stream for my practice, where I get MD referrals regularly from MDs that I've met years ago that are referring to me constantly. And that is good on all levels, because now we're reaching people that wouldn't normally know that we're here, because MDs were just medicating them and never referred them to a chiropractor. Well, now they know that I'm an option. So this is something I'm very passionate about, because I feel like, and I have to say that, you know, we talked about this, I'm a life grad. I'm not selling out our profession. I'm not a sellout. I talk subluxation. I love chiropractic. I have a very, you know, wellness, a big part of my practice is wellness based. So I have not turned my practice into just musculoskeletal. I'm only taking MD referrals and treating low back pain or neck pain. That's not what I'm doing. I'm educating the MDs, speaking their language, so that that wall breaks down. They start referring, they trust me, and then they want to know more. So there's a strategy and there's a way to go about doing it, just like with anything, you know, no matter who you're communicating with, you have to date first. You can't ask the person to marry you on the first date. I mean, I guess you could, but I don't know if that will work, you know, or if it's ever worked. But this is something I feel, if we can all learn as a profession how to do this, what that could look like. Mm-hmm. We had every single GP in every area understanding what chiropractic is and how it is an option. How we would have patients banging down our doors to get what we offer.
I think that's so crucial. I mean, if we can just speak their language so they understand what it is that we do without turning them off, so we can open that door so they can walk in and we get to bless and educate and help all these people that would have never, because sadly, some people believe the MD more than they believe us, right? They just go and they're like, oh, if he says I should go see a chiropractor, then that is the person that I should see. And they just come even to our doors, even more believing than before. They come maybe at the right time instead of the last time. And it's just a better communication. What would be one, I know that you have a whole course and a whole thing on this, so you cannot give us the whole gist, but what would be one thing or one tip that you can give us, listeners, including me, because I always ask what I want to know. And what will be one tip that you can tell us in order to just break that barrier or open that door, or have a language they are willing to hear?
So one thing I want chiropractors to understand is that this is normal for MDs to have open communication
with others,
other healthcare providers. That's what they do. So when you're doing this type of marketing and you're collaborating with them, to you as a chiropractor, it's daunting and it feels scary. It feels like, oh, I'm bothering them. I'm not worthy, right? This is a problem with our profession. And we have lack of confidence with it. I want to tell you that MDs, they so want to hear from you. They are looking for options for their patients, especially with the opioid crisis, the way it is, and the way they're scrutinized and they're getting audited by insurance companies. They cannot prescribe the medication, the opioids, like they used to. They want to know what you do. So I want to encourage you, when you have a patient that is not responding the way that you hope that they should, or you get that feeling in your gut when you're just like, something's not right here. They're not responding like they should be. That is a great opportunity for you to open up communication with that person's medical doctor. And I encourage you to do that. And it's as simple as that. It really is. Now, in my program, I give you all the strategies that I've used to build these relationships. And what we do is we get on live webinars with you and your staff, and we role play out every single objection, every single scenario, because it's not black and white. And that's why for me to say, do it this way, it's not always this way, right? There's things that come up, and there's different things that the MD does not want to hear. There's things that they want to hear. There's things that'll get them to open up, and there's things that'll get them to close up. So I just want to encourage you to use that patient that's not responding as an opportunity to build a relationship with a medical doctor.
So it's that easy. It's just asking them who their medical doctor is and making that phone call, right?
Absolutely. Being in confidence. I have clients that go through the course, we've role played, and now they're totally ready. And because I do accountability, I'll call them and say, okay, how many lunch and learns have you set up with the MDs in your area? You had a list of 60 MDs that you showed me last week. And they say, well, I haven't made one call yet. Why not? We role played and you did a perfect job. Why not? I'm just scared. I just don't have the confidence. I feel like I'm going to be shut down. And when they finally do, when they build up that confidence to do it, and they see how easy it is, the sky's the limit at that point. And it really is. It really is.
Wow. I love what you're doing. I think, and some people do too, they've been saying, yes, Holland, she's not a sellout. It's what I call bridging the gap and creating an opportunity to educate other medical professionals on chiropractic. It takes courage, and thank you, Dr. Nicole. This is really admirable. I think it's wonderful. I mean, it's not something I am working on, to be honest. Every time I hear you, I'm like, oh, shoot, yes. I have to just do it. What do you lose? You don't lose anything.
Right.
You've got your name out there. You just got a conversation going. They might receive it well. They might not. They might keep you in their mind, and it might not be right now, but it will be eventually, because you open that door. And we don't waste anything every time we knock and open that door. It's just knocking fear out, I guess. That would be the big thing. It's just punch fear nakedly in the face. And just do it.
you know what I love about it too is that, you know, I'm like you, and I love what you're doing. You know, this naked, being raw, being real, being authentic, and that's how I am. So any kind of marketing that I do, it has to feel right. It has to be me. So
Mhm.
the thought of doing something like some marketing things that I've purchased in the past, I'm just like, that's cheesy. I would never send that out. I would never. That's not me, right? So when you meet a medical doctor or a healthcare professional, you're being you. I teach you to be you. I don't want you to say anything that you're not comfortable with. I don't want you to act like anybody that you're not. You are being you in the rawest form with this medical doctor, truly connecting, finding a way that you can collaborate to get this person, to get their patients, your mutual patients, healthier. And that's all they want. And really, all they want to know is that you are not a weirdo, you're not a whack job, that you are in it just like them to make the patient better, that your office is a safe, healthy place to be, and that you're going to communicate back with them what's happening. You're not going to take care of them. If the patient's not responding, you're going to communicate that with them. You know, they want to know the real deal. And so that's part of it too, is realizing that you don't have to be somebody that you're not to do this type of marketing. You just have to be you.
Woo! I love that, Nicole. Thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, it's an eye-opening, and sometimes we let our beliefs from the past and whatever just block us from even hearing this conversation. And this conversation needs to be had because if it's not us, then who's gonna do it? We need to bridge the gaps and help more people. However, you can help those people get better. And I know MDs are not the devil. They want deep inside, they're doing the best they can, and they want people to get better too. They're human, and we're all in this together, and together we indeed rise. And I love what you're doing. I think it's amazing. If somebody wants to take the course and remove that, strip down those layers like I do in my Get Naked seminars, so you can find your confidence and the truth you that is strong enough to do this, where would they go?
They can go to my website, Dominate ChiroMarketing.com.
That's such a sexy name, girl. I love
it. You know, when I thought about naming this business, this side gig, I thought, you know, long and hard, as you probably did, as far as picking that naked name. What feels right? What represents what you do? And when I started collaborating and building relationships with MDs, the thought in my mind was, I want to dominate my area. I want every medical doctor, when they think of, I need an option for this patient, I need somewhere else to send them, I want them to think of chiropractic. I want them to think of chiropractic. That needs to be right up there with physical therapy, with muscle relaxer, with turning the power on for the patient. They didn't know what that is until after I explained that. But I want to dominate the market. And that's why I chose that name, is because I want the MDs to think of us first before they think of anything else. That's why I chose that name. So Dominate ChiroMarketing, we can get you plugged into the course and get you trained up so that you can communicate with MDs. And on Facebook, you can always hit me up on Facebook.
Yes. And you know, I think all my guests are so reachable, and most people, we're just a message away. And besides the weird people that message me, which I mean, I could do a whole life on the messages I get sometimes. But you know, we are approachable, and there's no silly question. It's just a question that never got asked. And just like somebody says, what is the best that could happen? Always expect the best. Always do your best. Let go of the rest. And what's the best that could happen? Always have that question. Is the sky's the limit? And I love Dominate. Make it and dominate. Woo!
I think, yeah. So you all listening need to come to Jamaica to see how we are going to dominate our nakedness and really explode.
Yes. And then for those of you who come to Jamaica, probably you'll see me half naked most of the time. So I guess I don't like clothes, but I've been very open about saying that before. And hi, Shannon, you're there. Yes, we're happy to be there with you and to be chiropractors of the Caribbean. So thank you so much for everybody that has been watching, commenting. Please keep commenting after the replay, share away, and ask us questions. We are here to help. I do this, and I've said it millions of times, because together we rise, together we make a bigger impact in the world. I could be doing so many other things right now, but I love to connect and share this amazing people that I have as my guests with the rest of you, so you can also learn, raise up your bar, live happier, fuller, reach more people, and do whatever gives you joy. There is no standard, just your own standard. But do take the time to find out. And for those people that don't know what they even want, I'm creating a closed Facebook group to get naked with. So you can join and find out your true why, remove the lies, the layers, the old beliefs, so you can then shine from within. I'll be dropping that link somewhere along the lines, and that is my cheap pitch right there. But thank you so much, Dr. Nicole. I can't wait to see you for New Year's and receive 2020 together.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see you. I'll have to wait till then. That's the sad part.
Oh, no. Don't we see each other somewhere before there? Oh, my God. We have to figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
I know. I'm speaking somewhere in South Carolina again in October. Maybe we should catch up then, because I was stuck over there in the Carolinas for a while this past trip. So maybe we should catch up then. Oh, before we go, is there one tip that you can give us, personal, business, emotional, anything that you can give us that has helped you be this awesome? Please share with our audience, because I'm sure everybody, before we leave, we always give one last tip.
Yes, I'm going to say, to wherever you are in your life right now, whether you are struggling, whether you are super happy, you're in a good place, irregardless, put yourself first right now in this moment. Think about what you need to nourish your soul, to nourish you, what makes you happy, and go do it right now.
I love it. Please, let's stay with that, but do go do it. And if you do go do it, can you comment right below and let us know what you did right now that is going to nourish your soul? We, the Domination Get Naked group, want to know. And please keep commenting, share away. Thank you so much for watching. We love and appreciate you. This has been another beautiful episode of the Get Naked Show with Dr. Aura, and I can wait to see you very, very soon. I love you. Have a blessed Wednesday.